I'm Gemma Cosgriff, joined by Zach Rose. Today, we have the pleasure of speaking to Maree Shefford, actor, dancer and embodiment coach. Maree, thank you for joining us on the show.
Thank you so much. Really great to be here, actually. Yeah.
Tell us, you started your work in acting. Tell us how you've evolved through your career to what you're doing now.
Right, okay. Look, acting and dancing actually at the same time, really. So musical theatre I started at. And from a very young age, I did ballet. So I always had a foot in the arts door, even though my mum was kind enough to do that. So, but I didn't know where I was going, to be honest with you. So it was ballet, and then I gave it up after a few years, and then I just, you know, that bug obviously bites you. So I was wanting more and getting ravenous, and the acting sort of took hold. So I started to do sort of music hall type musical theatre pantomimes, but that was back in New Zealand. So, so it was easy to get into a show. You didn't have to audition. Well, you did sometimes, but it was easy, no competition, so it was just amazing. So that sort of, so I just kept going and dancing. I kept dancing and doing jazz, doing ballet, doing contemporary dance, doing music theatre. And then I also came over to Australia, which was amazing, and I wanted to pursue it in a deeper way here, which I have done. I've done things here that I couldn't have done in New Zealand, to be honest. So that's the trajectory of how I started.
And what is it that you did?
Look, well, where I've come now, I think, because of the population here, and New Zealand is very, very small still, this has given me a stepping stone to, I don't know, I mean, I've done my own. I've been to a lot of training myself in the past as an actor. So lots of different, really high quality coaches, but also lots of dance training, lots of singing. And I think just the calibre of what I've experienced in Australia has led me to the knowledge that I've got and the wisdom, all the tools that I take with my acting and my dancing and my embodiment, which I've taken into what I'm doing now with clients, with actors and non-actors as well. I'm mainly doing that with non-performers because I've really got a mission to help, especially women, but I've also men and women, but especially women.
Now, you mentioned embodiment. What is embodiment training? What is that?
Yeah, it's a bit of a buzzword at the moment. So embodiment really is about awareness. So when someone is not really in their body, they've disembodied themselves. So 3 examples would be of if you're in the head, which is a lot of people are in the head, it's very mental. So it's like think, you know, working out things, analysing, critical thinking. If you're in the mental, but if you've disembodied because you might have had some trauma, I work with a lot of people with lower trauma, not high trauma. You could be disembodied, you're out of your body, you've literally left your body. It's not safe to be in your body.
No.
Or you've got heart-centered people like myself, and now I am embodied. I can help people because I go into the heart and I'm using my energy in all my embodiment training. So embodiment really is being present, is being in your body, it's knowing, it's listening to your body and your intuitive intuition, which we all have, your inner wisdom, but a lot of people are not listening to that because they're too busy in the head.
Can you tell when someone is disembodied?
Yes.
As soon as you see them?
Yes. Or? And that word disembodied, it does sound a bit like an autopsy or something. It sounds a bit dark. But I can now, and the reason I can tell is because I wasn't embodied for most of my life. I wasn't embodied, so I was out of my body. So as though I was there, looking in, but just having no awareness. So it's not a nice place to be, right? No. So I can tell now if someone, look, there's differences because some people are very introverted. So they're introverted and they're shy, and I'm an extrovert.
Yeah.
So, but embodied, about the breath, it's about your body, it's about, are you just a person, especially with acting, is it just a heads up actor? Which there's quite a few, or is it or are you fully breathing in your body, right? And also that leads me to embodied, because I'm a tantric teacher will call me, could be called many things. And that's, that's about being, taking it to a different level. So it's a journey, it's a spiritual journey.
So if I was to go to you asking for help me Maree,
yes,
I need some embodiment training, what would that involve?
It depends where the person's at. So if they're a newbie, so they're a total beginner, it would be breath work, it would be really getting into the body, it would be some visualizations, really grounding. The grounding is really important, because if there's a root chakra, someone's got a blocked root chakra, they're not going to feel safe, they're not going to really, feel in their body really at all, because it's always a nervous energy.
Sorry, Maree.
No.
What's a blocked?
Yeah.
What did you say? Root chakra.
Yeah.
What is a blocked root chakra? Let me ask that question again. Root chakra.
Yes, that's it. So
what is a blocked root chakra? What is a root chakra?
Well, so we have lots of chakras throughout the body, and the root chakra is a really important one because it sits at the base of the spine. So in the tantric training that I did back in 2011, which opened up a new pathway for me, it's if you think about a coil, a serpent, a snake that is coiled around and round and round, which sits in the root chakra, and it's actually sitting there for everybody, but not everyone hasn't awakened and it hasn't released in everybody. So it takes different modalities to do that. So if you're doing, I've taught burlesque dance since 2007. So I was doing a lot of sacral work. So root chakra is at the base of the spine, and then you've got the sacral, which is including the sex organs and lower belly. So I've done so much burlesque that I was really awakened in that area, but I hadn't sublimated it. And you're going to ask what sublimation is.
Yes.
Yeah, I knew. Everyone does. So sublimating is when you're actually bringing energy up higher in the body. So it's dense in the lower region, it's dense, and the higher it goes when it's actually being breathed through the root chakra, through the sex organs. When you breathe it up to the heart, it gets more refined. So it can be a bit complex, because I certainly, I don't have extreme knowledge. I don't have a master's of this type of things, because it's all energy work. And the reason why I understand it so well is because I've been, as I said, I was not in my body. And then this kind of work I've been doing, the burlesque, and then the embodiment, tantric embodiment. Now I am in my body, and now I have got my sexual energy flowing, whereas before it was stuck, and it was stuck, like, as I said, that coiled serpent was like that. It was not opening up.
So tell us about how you got involved in learning this as a way to open this up, to get involved in this type of dance and techniques.
Yeah.
How did that all happen?
Well, the journey from ballet, so ballet and jazz is my predominant training, and some tap dance. So any movement you're doing, and martial arts, of course, sport, dance especially though, anything you're doing is going to have an effect on your energy. So it was just a natural, to me, it was a natural, I mean, I'm very spiritual, so it was a natural evolution that I would be, as you get older, you understand yourself more and you've got more wisdom, so you go through the phases of life. So when you're young, you don't really understand yourself, but when you're getting older, of course, it all makes a lot of sense. So that was the evolution. So the burlesque dancing from the ballet and jazz, thrown in with the acting, started to, I started to get more confident, but then issues came up, so emotional blocks. And when I say blocks, energy blocks, which is stuck emotion.
Well, we'll hear more about that.
It will come up.
Yes, after a short break.
Yes.
Welcome back to Creatives on the Couch. We're here with Maree Shefford today. Maree, talk to us about being an embodiment coach. Who are the types of clientele that you work with and how are you helping them?
Absolutely. So predominantly I work with women, but I have worked with men and women, but predominantly it's women. So the types of people that come to me, me facilitating embodiment, the reason why they come to me is because generally on my website I'm being quite truthful about my journey and what I've experienced with childhood, and because they're connecting to what I'm saying about, you know, some pain I experienced and feelings of abandonment in regards to my journey, they're going to connect to there's something missing in their lives or what they've experienced, and they've got some blocks. They might have had disconnected parents. They might have felt extremely lonely, extremely abandoned. They might have had sexual trauma. They might have been abused. Also domestic violence as well, any abuse. Mm-hmm. So there are different reasons why they come to me. That would be more of the deeper type of client. But some clients are purely coming for fun. Like they actually want to have fun and enjoy dance because they might have done it once or even never had the courage to dance. That can happen, absolutely. But also I have other people coming they might have just got divorced, they want to get back into the dating game and they want to get their sexual energy back again, or they just want to simply get back into their body so they can feel good about themselves. Something's missing in their life. They feel tired, they feel bored, they feel exasperated and frustrated. Sexually frustrated is probably a big one, and there are many reasons why that happens, especially in couples. So long-term, I have had some long-term females and long-term couples that have come to me and just want to fire everything up again, and that's perfect because it doesn't take long to do that. And with the tantric breath work and tantric practices that I use, anyone can do this. Anyone can do this. So it's actually, the techniques are quite basic, but they're very, very ancient. They're ancient techniques, and they should be used with a lot of respect. So I hold space as a facilitator, so to make them feel safe, because if someone's had an unsafe background, I've got to be holding space because I don't want them to leave my session or course or program with feeling, what happens now? What do I do? I've gone really deep. What do I do? I'm feeling scared. So I keep an open door. They can contact me at any point throughout the sessions or after they leave me, because it's the respectful way to do it. So embodiment can mean a lot of things to a lot of people.
And you mentioned about your openness around your childhood. Is this the reason why you came from New Zealand to Australia, or were there other reasons?
Yes, the two main reasons coming from New Zealand being such a small place to Australia was a career move. That was very important to me. But it was also a disconnection, so I had a disconnection with family. So there was nothing really to stay for. So I didn't feel, the family dynamic wasn't there, and it never has been there. So I did come with someone at the time, and we didn't continue on after a few years. We broke up. So I could have gone back, but I decided to stay because I felt a strong, compelling need to my journey needs to continue in Australia. It's been a challenging one for sure, because anything where you're dealing with your own psyche, your emotions, your past, your healing, your pain, trauma, it's going to be tough. So it's still tough, you have days it's hard, but it's literally the most amazing journey that I've been on. And because I'm actually doing the journey and have been doing the journey for a long time and my whole life, I can help people, because rather than just a textbook, if someone reads something out of a textbook, they don't fully understand because it's not in their body. So I understand the emotions that come up and the pain. So I can help people with that. So it's exciting. I love it.
Oh, I think it's a real gift that you're giving to others.
Yeah, thank you. Well, yes, it's a soul. I love the way you say that because it's a soul. It's actually a soul calling, though. This is. It goes far more than just me having my eyes set on. Yes, I enjoy doing this. I enjoy dance. I enjoy embodiment. I enjoy tantric sexuality and tantric yoga. It's much more than that. This is. I'm really being called to help people.
So you see it as a spiritual journey.
It's extremely spiritual, yeah. Because, so a spiritual journey is about you've got to go through. Okay, I'll just change tact. So I deal with a lot of goddesses, mythical goddesses. So. Underworld, so several of the goddesses in the underworld, like there's a dance of the 7 veils, so it really is about going through the different phases of our lives, and rather than getting stuck at one phase and really not wanting to move on, if you've got the courage, you keep going rather than distracting yourself, which is a lot of distractions right now in the society. So that I love the goddesses, and I use those in my trainings because they really help. The women I've helped, the positive feedback has been through the roof because I'm dealing with the body, and the body has the memory. So if you're doing cognitive therapy and you're talking, there's validity in that. It's valid. It's very valuable, but the nervous system is, there's a reason why we're wired up. And we all are, but I'm saying, why was I disembodied? Because I didn't feel safe as a child. And no one was helping me.
Thank you, Maree. We're going to take a short break and we'll come right back.
Welcome back to Creatives on the Couch. We're here with Maree Shefford. Now, Maree, can you tell us about your training in the Tantric arts?
I certainly can. So, training as a teacher trainer happened back in 2011, which is going back probably over 10, 11 years now, 12. So it was a time when I was feeling really stuck, and I felt I was in a long-term job role, and I was bored, I was angry, I'll be honest, because I couldn't work out what was going on. Why am I stuck when I'm a talented person, I've got all these gifts, I really just was screaming inside. So I knew there was something out there. In my subconscious I knew, but I consciously did not know what on earth I should be doing with my life. So I must have seen an ad, I don't know how I found it, and it was teacher training, it was in my area in Elwood, and it was just fabulous. So it was a journey, which I think it was 2 or 3 months, and it opened up areas of me because we're working with sexual energy, and we're working with the chakras, and it's such a strong spiritual pathway. It's really, you have to be devoted to continue on with it, though. So it's not for everyone, but I just thought, wow, this has really changed everything for me. So it's given me an insight into what is out there rather than just black and white. So everything before that was black and white. Everything was just nothing. I wasn't happy. I was depressed. I'll be honest, I was depressed. And I just didn't know what my life was going to be like. I really didn't know how I was going to continue. Sounds serious, but I wasn't thinking of ending anything. I was just really... So when I found it, it was like all these amazing people. I met men and women who were training in my guru. So it was a great time. So it opened up new doorways. I started to really understand. It took a while because I was scared. I was scared about the breath work. I was scared about sexuality. I'd never really understood it properly before, and I was getting a better insight. So it's developed. Since that time, I've been working with a lot of clients. And
now, Maree, if people want to become clients of yours and take part in your courses, how do they get involved?
Absolutely. Well, I do have a couple of websites. Actually, I have 3, but one is my acting one. So I do have one for my dance. So I do teach dance fitness as well. So with the dance fitness, I incorporate sensual. Everything I'm doing incorporates tantric yoga. And tantric yoga is positions, as in postures, I should say, not. It's nothing to do with the Kama Sutra, because people are confused.
Yeah.
So tantric yoga is postures, breath work, and energy, sublimating energy, as I explained before, and they usually, the reason why people reach out to me, I'm going to be honest, is because they're tuning in. So whatever you believe, there's reasons why people are coming to me, because they're going to heal by coming to me, and I'm going to also heal as well. It works as a mutual. This is not just me healing someone. It's a bigger force.
And so which websites are these?
Okay, so I do have Dance for Fitness with a 4, numeral 4. And I do have my embodiment.mareeshefford.com. The other one is an acting website, which is under my name. So that's how people find me, but also on Instagram and Facebook as well.
Under your name or the same names?
I do have it currently under my name.
Yep.
Yes, I prefer it that way now.
Well, I believe that is all we have time for. Thank you, Maree Shefford.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Maree.
I appreciate that.
All right, you've been watching Creatives on the Couch. I've been Zach Rose. I've been joined by Gemma Cosgriff. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.